Nutrition in living organisms. How does microorganism make their food in deep sea, in absolute darkness, where sunlight does not penetrate? Some microorganism makes their food by chemosynthesis. Chemosynthesis is the biological conversion of carbon dioxide or methane and nutrients into organic matter using the oxidation of inorganic compounds. For example, hydrogen gas, hydrogen sulfide or methane as a source of energy rather than sunlight, instead of releasing oxygen gas while fixing carbon dioxide as in photosynthesis. Hydrogen sulfide chemosynthesis produces solid globules of sulfur in the process. Chemosynthetic bacterial communities have been found in hot springs at Yellowstone National Park, US. Plants produce carbohydrates by the process of photosynthesis. Carbohydrates are made from carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Proteins are made from carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. How do plants obtain the nitrogen necessary for the synthesis of proteins? Air contains gaseous nitrogen. However, plants cannot utilize gaseous nitrogen. It needs to be fixed, that is, converted into compounds. Fixation of nitrogen occurs by biological and atmospheric methods. Biological fixation of nitrogen. Two different types of microorganisms can bring about biological nitrogen fixation. Root nodules of leguminous plants contains the rhizobium microorganisms. These microorganisms absorb atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into its nitrate, a compound. Microorganisms like Azotobacter are present in soil. They also convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. Atmospheric fixation of nitrogen. Lightning, thunderbolts occur in the rainy season. This causes atmospheric nitrogen and oxygen to react with each other to form nitric oxide, NO, which is again oxidized to form nitrogen dioxide, NO2. The nitrogen dioxide dissolves in rainwater and is converted into nitric acid, HNO3, which gets added to the soil along with the rainwater. Plants uses this nitrogen for their growth. Our next point is symbiotic nutrition. In some cases, two or more than two different types of plants live together to fulfill their needs of nutrition, protection, support, etc. with each other's help. This type of nutrition is called symbiotic nutrition. Some fungi grow around the roots of some other plants. These plants supply nutrients to the fungi and in turn fungi supply minerals and water to the plant. Some fungi and algae live together. The fungi provide water, minerals as well as shelter to algae. In return, the algae provide food to the fungi. Lichen is an example of a symbiosis between algae and fungi. Heterotrophic plants. Heterotrophic plants do not contain chlorophyll. How do the heterotrophic plants live? From where do they get food? The plants that grow on the body of other plants to obtain food are called as parasitic plants. For example, Loranthus, Cuscuta, etc. Due to the absence of chlorophyll, the Cuscuta is completely dependent on the host plant. Hence, it is completely parasitic plant. Whereas Lorenthal is a stem partial parasite. It grows on trees like mango. Plant absorbs nutrition, minerals and water from host plant through hostoria, sucking roots which goes up to vascular tissue of the host plant. Aerial part of the Lorenthus bear green leaves and capable of making its food by photosynthesis. Insectivorous plants. Some plants feed upon insects to obtain nutrients. These insectivorous plants generally grow in soil or water deficient in nitrogen compounds. The plant body of the Drosera brumeni has a flower-like appearance. It grows close to the ground. Its leaves are attractively pink or red in color with hairs at the margin. Droplets of sticky substance found at the tips of the hairs attract insects. Pitcher plants and Venus flytrap are insectivorous plants. They are capable of making their food by photosynthesis. Then why does pitcher plants and Venus flytrap feed on insects? These plants are plants that derive some or most of their nutrients from insects. Insectivorous plants have adapted to grow in places where the soil is thin or poor in nutrients, especially nitrogen. Saprophytic plants. Plants which obtain the food from dead and decaying bodies of other organisms are called saprophytic plants. Various types of fungi like mushrooms and yeasts are saprophytes. Fungi secrete digestive enzymes on the dead remains to digest or break down the carbon compounds they contain. The resulting solution is absorbed to obtain nutrients. Food gets spoiled due to some fungi. Some fungi cause diseases or illness, while some fungi have medicinal properties. Yeast and some mushrooms are useful. Yeast is used in fermentation processes and for making bread. Mushrooms are a rich source of iron and vitamins.